Hello everyone and welcome back to Hunger Games. I was going to do Fire Emblem today, but the story segment's bigger than I remembered. So anyway, Hunger Games it is. I got to get through these anyway because we're getting so close to the finale. I kind of just want to get there. This week's challenge was submitted by, well, not submitted, but I riffed off of the suggestion this person made that's on screen now of doing wizards or magic users. And so this week's theme, as you read on the title, is real magic users versus magicians. So I will introduce the characters this time because we're back to a wide variety of origins here. So let's start at District 1, which is the wise old wizards. We got Merlin and Gandalf. These two, I mean, extremely popular. I'm assuming you know who they are. Next in District 2, we have Magic Man from Adventure Time and the White Witch from Narnia. I've got nothing against this actress. I don't know really even who she is, but I do remember when I watched this movie the first time, it was a combination of her performance and the costume they have her in. This was the most, like, inhuman performance I'd ever seen. Up to that point as a kid, I was like, it was successful, I guess, because it really made me as a kid go like, whoa, this lady's not to be trusted. Anyway, next is Orko from He-Man. He's just a little guy. You don't know how many of the characters I drew when I was a kid looked like this guy, because he's just so easy to draw. Next is Zatanna from DC Comics. Then we have a legally distinct mouse. Disney no suit. After that is Gargamel from the Smurfs. Might not look like it, but can do real magic. Kind of. He has some Smurfs around. Then there's Alex Russo from the Wizards of Waverly Place. I did watch this show when I was younger. I don't remember like anything about it. Next is Emperor Palpatine, Space Wizard. We all know. Unlimited power. A classic. Then we have Sabrina the Teenage Witch from like Archie Comics. I didn't know they were still making these. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, why would you stop? But at the same time, kind of crazy. And then Lysithea from Fire Emblem Three Houses. She's gonna use Dark Spikes and then maybe die in a single hit. That's just kind of how it goes. And that's the end of our real wizards. Now we get into our magicians. First off, we have 4 famous magicians that I remembered off the top of my head, so I was like, I gotta add them in. Harry Houdini, of course, probably the most famous magician ever. Chris Angel, who, like, I actually never watched any of these things, but I did get the memes around Mind Freak when I was growing up. So, I vaguely know what this guy's about. David Copperfield, I know the name of. I have no idea what he was, like, what magical acts he was responsible for being so famous. But when I searched up the picture, most of the results were for a lawsuit. So he's doing great. And then Uri Geller, who, the Spoonbender, the man who claimed he was Kadabra. Classic guy. Next we have the Wizard of Oz, classic charlatan magician. We have Himiko Yumeno, who definitely uses real magic, but we know. Max Galactica from Ace Attorney, just the best defendant, yes, just the best one. Definitely not trying to date a child. Anyway, next we have Mysterio, the Master of Illusion. He's pretty cool. Mysterio, I think, is my favorite Spider-Man villain. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I love that every time Spider-Man has to fight Mysterio, he's like, did Mysterio actually get real powers this time? And every time it's like, no. Except, I guess there's probably a couple times what he did and people didn't like it, so they reverted it. I don't know. Next is Arcana. Just this guy from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just a guy. He uses dark magician or something. Like an evil dark magician against Yugi and tries to send him to the Shadow Realm with Shadow Realm saws. Just, classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. We have John Egbert He's an amateur magician. Does that count? I'm going to be honest. At the end here, I started kind of running out of options. There's a surprising lack of fictional magicians that aren't, like, actually magic. It's, yeah, kind of weird. Next we have Magic Man from Mega Man, who I don't think is actually magic, probably. I don't know, though. And then Tingle, who's kind of a magician. Like, he has the presence of a magician. You know what I mean? Like, he throws confetti all over the place and does funny hand movements. We're just gonna go with it. I don't know what else you call him. I mean, he's a cartographer by trade, but, like, that doesn't explain everything else. Anyway, let's get the magic started. Let's feel the magic. I don't know. The tributes stand on the podiums, and the horn sounds. Orko runs away, and Mysterio grabs a sword! That is very Mysterio-like. The sword of something or other! And then he tries to kill Spider-Man with it, and it fails. The Wizard of Oz finds a bag full of explosives. Arcana takes a sickle, also very apt. Merlin, Lysithea, Chris Angel, and Magic Man share everything they gather before running away. Gargamel runs. David Copperfield, Uri Geller, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Himiko Yumeno share everything they gathered before running. Gandalf runs away, Alex runs away, Tingle runs into the cornucopia and hides, rather. That's a bad idea, I'd say. Zatanna finds a canteen full of water, Harry Houdini runs away, the White Witch runs away, Emperor Palpatine gets a shovel. Okay. Legally Distinct Mouse grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. John Egbert kills Magic Man for his supplies. Gotcha! Good job, John. And Max Galactica runs away. Alright. Mysterio runs from Tingle. Max Galactica, Lysithea, and Harry Houdini are hunting for tributes together. John Egbert diverts Merlin's attention and runs away. He's doing really good. Gargamel received an explosive. Sabrina chases Himiko Yumeno. Great. Magic Man is searching for firewood. A legally distinct mouse makes a wooden spear. David Copperfield explores the arena. Chris Angel receives clean water. That's good. Emperor Palpatine attacks Alex Russo, but she manages to escape. Your power is not so unlimited as you thought. The White Witch sprains her ankle running away from the Wizard of Oz. Okay. Gandalf strangles Arcana with a rope. Oh no, I'm going to the Shadow Realm. No, you're just dying. What? Anyway. Orko searches for firewood, and Zatanna attacks Uri Geller, but he manages to escape with the power of spoonbending. Alright, night 1. Zatanna receives medical supplies, and Himiko is questioning her sanity. Great. Mysterio and Orca are sleeping in shifts. Okay. I will watch your back. I don't remember what Orko sounds like. Actually, I don't think he has a voice. He just kind of goes like, right? I don't know. Sabrina screams for help. The mouse receives an explosive. Merlin questions his sanity. Chris Angel sees a fire but stays hidden. The White Witch cooks her food before putting her fire out. Emperor Palpatine, the Wizard of Oz, and Magic Man are sleeping in shifts. Harry Houdini convinces Lysithea to snuggle with him. Okay. Gargamel and Uri Geller are sleeping in shifts. Alex Russo, John Egbert, Gandalf, David Copperfield, and Max Galactica are sleeping in shifts. And Tingle starts a fire. Good job, Tingle, I think. Day 2. Harry Houdini picking flowers. Lysithea discovering a river. Max Galactica thinking about home. True. What's his real name? It's like Billy Bob Johns or whatever. It's kind of in character. I didn't highlight the right thing. There we go. Orko fishes somehow. Sabrina the Teenage Witch injures herself. Oh no. Alex discovers a river. David Copperfield hunts for tributes. The Wizard of Oz tries to spear fish with a trident. The Mouse and Mysterio are hunting for tributes. They teamed up. The Marvel acquisition happened. Himiko Yumeno practicing archery. Magic Man is searching for firewood. Palpatine is picking flowers. Unlimited flowers! Okay. Chris Angel kills Gargamel with a hatchet. Zatanna stabs John Egbert with a tree branch. No! Okay. The White Witch sees smoke rising in the distance but doesn't investigate. Gandalf questions his sanity. Merlin steals from Uri Geller while he isn't looking. And Tingle is practicing archery. Wow. Poor John. Harry Houdini quietly hums. Okay. Himiko receives fresh food. The mouse looks at the night sky. Cool. Zatanna begs for Gandalf to kill her, but he refuses, keeping her alive. That Okay, I think it has actually happened a couple times, but it, like, almost never does. Max Galactica defeats Uri Geller in a fight, but spares his life. Lysithea tends to her wounds. David Copperfield tries to sing himself to sleep. Emperor Palpatine quietly hums. Tingle receives medical supplies. Mysterio is awoken by nightmares. Okay. Chris Angel receives a hatchet. The White Witch, Magic Man, the Wizard of Oz, and Merlin are sleeping in shifts. One of these things is not like the other. All of the actual magic people, and then the Wizard of Oz is just there like, yes, I can do magic. Alex Russo cooks her food, Orko receives fresh food, and Sabrina tends to wounds. Cool. Not a lot of death, honestly. Nothing, like, explosive has happened yet. Merlin receives medical supplies. Magic Man is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Oh, no! Himiko makes a slingshot. She's got a bow and a slingshot, apparently. Max Galactica and the Wizard of Oz split up to search for resources. The mouse tries to sleep through the entire day. Orko receives fresh food. Alex and Uri Geller hunt for tributes. The White Witch attacks David Copperfield, but he manages to escape. Didn't get turned into it. Did she turn people to stone or ice? I actually don't remember. Because she's like snow-themed, but I think they were turned to stone, right? I don't know. We're mixing our metaphors here. Emperor Palpatine, Mysterio, Lysithea, Chris Angel, and Zatanna are hunting for tributes together. While Tingle, Sabrina, and Gandalf are doing the same. And Harry Houdini injures himself. Nobody died. Oh, okay. Merlin, the White Witch, Max Galactica, and Alex Russo are sleeping in shifts. Orko questions his sanity. Gandalf is tending to Tingle's wounds. Excellent. Lysithea receives some food. David Copperfield gets a hatchet. The mouse forces Emperor Palpatine, oh no, another acquisition, to kill Magic Man or Chris Angel, who refuses to kill, so the mouse kills him instead. The sequel trilogy, no! Oh, how terrible. Okay. Mysterio loses sight of where he is. Uri Geller, Zatanna, and Himiko Yumeno are cheerfully singing songs. Nice. Harry Houdini goes to sleep, Sabrina receives a hatchet, and the Wizard of Oz is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. That's how you know he's not magic. Anyway, Magic Man gets some food. Cool. Mysterio, Zatanna, Chris Angel, the Wizard of Oz, and the Wizard of Oz raid Gandalf's camp while he's out hunting. I feel like that's a bad idea. Merlin, Uri Geller, Harry Houdini, and Lysithea do the same to Max Galactica. You could definitely get away with that. Tingle tends to Himiko's wounds. David Copperfield, Orko, the White Witch, and Sabrina hunt for tributes. Alex Russo gets a hatchet, and the mouse is pricked by thorns. Serves you right. Uri Geller, Orko, and Gandalf are cheerfully singing songs. Harry Houdini, Alex Russo, and the mouse are singing songs. The Wizard of Oz quietly hums. Merlin and Tingle huddle for warmth. Himiko receives fresh food. Magic Man falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Alright, cool. Max Galactica and Mysterio are sleeping in shifts. Can you imagine a room with these two in it? Oh my god, that would be unbearable. David Copperfield receives an explosive. Sabrina tends to her wounds. The White Witch starts a fire. Okay. Chris Angel stays awake all night. And Lysithea destroys Zatanna's supplies while she's asleep. Rude. We are on day 5, and there's still a lot of people. Something bad's gonna happen. Alex Russo tries to sleep through the entire day. Merlin makes a wooden spear. David Copperfield, Sabrina, Zatanna, and the Wizard of Oz are hunting for tributes together. Max questions his sanity. Lysithea and Uri Geller hunt for tributes. Gandalf fishes. Himiko Yumeno's trap kills Mysterio. No! Foiled again by the traps of, a trap like, Spider-Man web, something like that. You know, spider webs are traps. Anyway. Harry Houdini goes hunting. Tingle, Orko, Chris Angel, the White Witch, and the mouse are hunting for tributes. There's so many people still alive. Okay. Harry Houdini sets off an explosive, killing Chris Angel, Sabrina, Zatanna, and Himiko. There we go. That's a little better. The Wizard of Oz begs for Max to kill him, but he refuses, keeping the wizard alive. The mouse tries to treat his infection. Merlin and David Copperfield huddle for warmth. Uri Geller questions his sanity. Alex Russo and Lysithea tell stories about themselves to each other. Tingle and Orko hold hands. OTV. And the White Witch shoots a poisonous blow dart into Gandalf's neck, slowly killing him. These two would be, like, bitter rivals, right? Definitely? Definitely. Okay, Lysithea constructs a shack, while Alex, Russo, the mouse, and Max hunt for tributes. The White Witch sets off an explosive, killing Uri Geller. Finally, one of the real magicians is out. Okay. Tingle receives medical supplies. Harry Houdini kills Merlin with a hatchet. That's impressive. The Wizard of Oz tends to David Copperfield's wounds. And Orko discovers a cave. What are you doing, buddy? There's important things going on. Arena event. The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. I don't think we've ever seen this one before. Kind of makes sense for a wizard off. Anyway, Max survives, Alex survives, Orko survives. The Wizard of Oz mistakes the mouse for a bear and kills him. The Wizard of Oz defeated the mouse. Okay. Lysithea survives. Tingle and the White Witch decide to jump down the rabbit hole to Wonderland, which turns out to be a pit of rocks. Wrong story, guys. Anyway, David Copperfield eats a scorpion, thinking it's a delicate dessert, and Houdini survives. I'm guessing eating a scorpion kills you. Yes. Okay. Now we're down to it. Okay, Lysithea and Alex Russo, girl power, track down and kill Harry Houdini. Okay. And the Wizard of Oz begs for Max to kill him again. Didn't this happen already? He refuses, keeping the wizard alive, but Orko accidentally steps on a landmine. Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Orko. He stepped up. He doesn't have feet! Anyway, we're down to the final what? Four. Final four this time. That happened pretty fast. Here we go. The cornucopias are replenished with food. It is the feast, and nobody went. So what was the point? Okay. Lysithea, the Wizard of Oz, and Max are hunting for tributes, and Alex gets some clean water. Good job. Alright. Alex dies from hunger. Okay, sure. The Wizard of Oz overpowers Lysithea, kills her, and Max Galactica accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it, which, in one day, with barely any effort, means the Wizard of Oz wins. Okay, sure, yeah. Okay. 2 kills, I guess. It's not terrible. Harry Houdini got 5 kills, but that's just because he threw an explosive into a group of people. This is a pretty low, not low energy, what am I thinking of? Low brutality game. Like, other than the one explosive, not a lot of people actually got killed. They just died from falling in lakes and drowning and like hallucinating and, you know? There wasn't a lot of murder, which is kind of weird. Given they all have these crazy magical powers, right? Anyway, maybe wizards are just too responsible to murder each other. Who knows? But clearly the Wizard of Oz was not too responsible as a quote-unquote wizard, not a wizard. So he came out on top. I really thought the mouse was going to do it for a second there when he started manipulating the properties that the monolithic company had already bought. But no. Alright, so that was, I think, the 21st episode? The 21st century. So that means there's only 3 left. And I already said that one of them was going to be Hunger Games Live, which means there's only really 2 left that are totally undecided on their topics. This is exciting. We're getting down to the wire. Let's see who the big winner is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, after all of these Hunger Games videos, I'm going to take the winners of every one of them. This is, like I said, like the 21st one. And put them into their own Hunger Games to see who is the champion of champions. Among the previous winners is Junko Enoshima, Anakin Skywalker, Aang from Avatar. There's a lot of powerful characters in there. And of course the Wizard of Oz will be joining them. So it should be very fun. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe. And May the odds be ever in your favor. I've never said that at the end of one of these videos. It sounds like that'd be something I'd say at the end of all of these videos, but it is not. Okay, bye.